Hello twin flames and welcome to the Divine Masculine reading for Tuesday. So I'm going to bring in the Spirit Animal Oracle today by Colette Baron-Reid. So let's see what energy the masculine is in and why. Straight out, wow. So the card coming out today, we've actually got the Swan Spirit. So this is really powerful because the Swan is connected with the Divine Feminine. So this really shows you today that he is thinking about you in a physical way because we've got the number 60. Which is also connected with a new beginning and being very aware of you and very emotional when he's connecting with you today in the physical sense of things. But also, I feel the masculine is embracing his feminine energy today. So the masculine is feeling extra sensitive. They're operating in their higher light today. And this is really powerful as we move forward. So it says time for a deep dive. So the masculines are going very deep within themselves to access the part of themselves that they sometimes dull down or keep hidden because it makes them feel vulnerable, which is experiencing their feminine power. And this is also the way that they tap in with their spiritual insight and their spiritual self, the way they allow themselves to feel and sense and understand in a psychic way what they're going through. So a very clear message, very quick, to the point. The masculines today are in their feminine energy, experiencing how they feel. And this is why the masculines are moving towards the feminine, because they are aligning with their feminine self. You know, to move into union, we have to balance the yin and yang aspects of ourselves, the light and the dark, you know, the perception of good and bad. We have to balance the feminine and masculine parts of ourselves so that we are aligned, so that we can give and receive in equal balance, in equal measure. So there's none of this overgiving and, you know, feeling pain because when we feel we're not getting what we want. And the masculines feel guilty a lot of the time because they want to give, but they're not able to for whatever reason, whether it's their own fears or a karmic situation or, you know, something else that seems to be in the way. Their own fear mainly of not being enough for you. And this is what they heal before union. That's why it takes time. That's why your journey is protected. Because if they come to you before you're both ready, it won't work. You know, it won't stick. It may work for a couple of months, but it won't stick long term. And this is a long-term love. So that's what the goal is, to be together in long-term permanent union. You know, when I do readings, I'm talking about you guys coming together in long-term permanent union. You know, I'm not talking about you coming together for a minute and then going into separation again, because that's not union, that's reunion. Union, what me and George are in, you know, what you're aiming to have yourself, is a permanent thing. It's where you are in a solid relationship. You've worked through all the fears and doubts and struggles and, you know, you trust each other implicitly and you know you are just going to stay. You know, you're just going to be. That's just who you are. And to get there, we have to go through struggles and fears and all the healing to be aligned with both aspects of ourselves. So if the masculine is fully in masculine energy, he's not going to be ready for union, because he needs to embrace the psychic part of himself, the spiritual part of himself, and the sensitive part of himself. And that's exactly what he's doing today. So he's showing you, by coming through as the swan, that he is okay with feeling these things. And he wants to feel these things. He wants to understand. He wants to learn. He wants to grow. And, you know, the fact that you've got all these pink flowers, you know, is power. And what I'm actually seeing here as well is, I'm seeing the masculine as dealing with his fears about being vulnerable. About, you know, it's like this swan is wearing a dress. And that's what they're showing me. And, you know, being different, showing his feminine side, not being afraid to give you flowers or be romantic or, you know, dress up nice for you or show you how he is. And what they're showing me is, I feel someone needs to hear this. I've got, you know, a masculine wearing feminine clothes. And remember, the masculines aren't always a man. The masculines can also be a woman. So, you know, if you're divine feminine, you know, if you're a divine feminine and your twin is a woman, a masculine, predominantly operating in masculine energy. And maybe she's been coming across in her clothing as very masculine too, wearing, trousers, pants. We call them trousers in the UK. I think you call them pants in the US. Trousers or things that aren't very feminine. I feel that you could see a difference today. If you see your twin out and about, wearing elegant things. Maybe if you're masculine as a guy, you see them wearing something different than they've always worn. Maybe a floral shirt or something pink or something a bit more vibrant than usual. It feels like this is about accessing that part of the self. And you're being shown that in a physical way. And that could possibly be with the clothing they wear or the way they're acting today. So flowers as well. I feel you may see pink flowers, or you may see ballerinas. They show me ballerinas in pink tutus, because that's about operating in a different way. Light-hearted energy. They're giving me the music of the Nutcracker in my mind. So, ballerina music, because this is about balance. And you look at, male ballerinas or ballet dancers. I don't think males are called ballerinas, but, you look at the male and, they're not afraid to really put themselves on show, because they wear very, kind of, in a way, flimsy clothes. You can kind of see everything a little bit, and they're not afraid to put that on show because it's to do with movement and expression and creativity. And that's what I'm feeling around the journey today. So I feel you're going to see or know something has changed. You may possibly see something physically as your sign that your masculine is operating in their higher light and their feminine energy today. And that's creating a shift. So if you see a sign, you could see the swan, you could see a ballerina or a pink tutu or flowers or even a swan wearing a tutu or something like that. The universe is going to blow your mind with the sign. Or you may see your masculine themselves wearing something different, like maybe a colourful shirt or pink clothes or something with flowers on. Or, as I said, if they are a very, kind of manly girl, in other words, wearing manly clothes, I'm not meaning manly, they may wear something feminine all of a sudden, like you may see your twin wearing a dress or wearing a nice pair of shoes or, wearing the hair different or doing something floral. They show me floral colours as well, floral colours like pinks, pastels, flower clips, flowers in the hair, flowers on a lapel. Something is showing you that something's changed. And sometimes when the feminine or when the masculine is operating in the feminine energy, the feminine can operate in the masculine energy. So feminines, if you're watching this, and if you're feeling a little bit cool today or a bit distant or you're experiencing anger or frustration, that could possibly be you aligning with your masculine side. But that's not what this reading is about. This reading is about the masculine embracing their feminine side and letting you know in some way, shape or form through a sign or something they do that this is what they are experiencing. And I really do feel this is a powerful message about the future, about alignment and opening up and coming forward. So don't be surprised if you do see that swan today. And big changes are coming in. And the masculines are going deep within themselves, taking a deep dive to access information. And the information they are accessing is about you. That they know that you're the one, that you're their divine feminine. They're realising this in many, many ways. And they're also giving me the energy of Pisces here too. So as we're moving forward, we're currently operating in Scorpio energy. Then we go to Sagittarius, etc. And when we get to Pisces, it's like an emerging is occurring. So the next few months are going to be pivotal for change. And the masculines aligning with and balancing their feminine side. So they can be more open and honest and genuine and loving towards you. But not just towards you, towards the world. So they can be in their mission and focusing on service. And the swan is a big sign of that today. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.